Oh shit. Doflamingo was born with the Gucci shades. I did not know it, but the Celestial Dragons, like the code of ethics, is to stay fresh. If you don't, you probably get kicked out, like his father did. Anyway, Luffy got Law pissed because he went ahead and used the ultimate technique way ahead of time, very prematurely. Now they can't use it, and Doflamingo's fully recovered from it. You're supposed to save it to the point where, okay, when we use this, it's either going to take him out or it's going to really fuck him up. One of the two. Really, they didn't do a goddamn thing with it now, so Law is pissed. And anyway, we cut to Usopp and his group, and the damn pirates made it to him. They start taking out the civilians because the civilians wanted to turn them in, but they didn't want to kill. The pirates said, fuck that. Let's get this money. So they started cutting up the civilians, and King Riku actually came out and helped, which is why the civilians are sitting up there peacefully with them now. Okay, cool. You know, after getting fucked up, I think that would learn your lesson. I mean, that would teach you a lesson. You know, basically the pirates learned them. Anyway, they were fucking the civilians up bad. So we find out Doflamingo doesn't play when it comes to his family because Law, he was fucking Trable up. He was getting ready to land a finishing blow. He was aiming right for the motherfucker's head, basically like Furious on Boys in the Hood. He aimed right for his fucking head. And Doflamingo jumped in, did the best he could to stop the motherfucker. Doflamingo did not want Trable killed, period. So Doflamingo is a family man. He's a fucking family man. After that, he reveals a little bit of his backstory. He says that he's a celestial dragon, but his father, he says, father was an idiot. He said, my father's a dumbass. He left Mary Joa just so he can come down to earth and live amongst common folk. And the common folk killed, not killed him, but tried to kill his ass. And he says that Doflamingo said that he took him out and took the head back to Mary Joa as like a peace offering. And they said, no, you got to get the fuck out. They denied his access. So he says after this point, he's trying to burn anything that they own. So I think he's just trying to get his revenge is really, you know, what the case is and why he went psycho and shit like that. The motherfucker was born with the Gucci shades on, though. That was crazy. To me, he's seems somewhat, and I know that the two characters aren't really alike at all. Excuse me. He seems somewhat like Blackbeard in the sense that Blackbeard's a D, but he goes against the grain, meaning with the D's, all the D's we've seen so far have been decent people to an extent, except for except for Blackbeard. Blackbeard doesn't give a fuck. He's ready to kill his own friend, whatever. All the other D's had morals or had certain codes of ethics or have been Marines or things of that nature. Now, with the Celestial Dragons, they all been complete assholes, but Doflamingo actually goes down into the human world and breathes the same air as everybody else. He still thinks he's better than everybody, but he's one of the very few with conqueror's hockey. He like deviates from the Celestial Dragons, although he's still with that group, or he feels he's still with that group. Blackbeard deviates from the D's. As far as we know, he's different from the other D's. So I think that's a parallel between them both in that sense. They're both Shibukai as well. This episode was kind of slow, though, although entertaining at points and whatnot. Seeing the pirates fucking up the civilians, that was kind of fun because it showed the civilians that this wasn't a joke. You know, the civilians, they were doing some dumb shit. Them learning their lesson actually felt gratifying to me because they're up there doing all kinds of bullshit to the protagonist that's trying to help them. So when they finally get fucked up, it's like, yes, motherfucker, you know, that type of deal. So that was entertaining. Luffy and versus Doflamingo, obviously entertaining. And Doflamingo is really not like I told you, he really does not take kindly to somebody fucking up his family. So we really see that side of Doflamingo. But other than that, it was kind of slow. It really was. It was a couple punches thrown, and then King Riku saving some of the civilians. That was pretty much about it. Now Fujitora, he left Sabo alone. I know what you're saying. Why would he leave Sabo alone? We already know from earlier that Fujitora really doesn't agree with the government, and Sabo is a revolutionary. So really, I would say Fujitora, had situations been a little bit different, he probably would be a revolutionary. That's really more so up his alley than actually being a Marine. From what we've seen, he does not agree with a lot of their practices. He wants to do things his own way. He really actually cares about taking down the bad guys. He seems to be a good replacement for Akiji. See, Akiji really didn't follow the government either. If he needed to do something, he would, or he might let a criminal go, which is what Fujitora is doing. So they're not loyal to the government. I guess they seen too much bullshit. And they say, you know what, fuck it. I already know the government's on some bullshit, so I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go ahead and give this episode a 3 out of 5. Not bad, just slow. Not not very fulfilling in terms of progress, or a lot of action anyway. In general, wasn't really fulfilling, but it had a couple up moments. But other than that, go ahead and leave your comments. You know what? Let me check the comments real quick. Let me check just in case. A lot of you motherfuckers don't wake up till shit. A lot of you motherfuckers. Oh, that's what happened. A lot of you motherfuckers don't wake up till about 12, 1 o'clock. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that. Peace.